Look who's in the house and she is putting the green hearts. She knows what to do. We got Skylar in the house. Sincerely, Skylar, welcome to another. You made another live. Go, Skylar. Go, Skylar. She made another live. She made another live. How you doing? Happy Wednesday, Skylar. Happy Mental Health Awareness Month. It is so good to see you. Yay, Skylar's in the house. Thank you so much for joining in. I just went live about what, 15 minutes ago. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna go live, maybe about an hour. I was thinking about going live about an hour, but yes, I just like, okay, let me do my Wednesday check-in. Okay. So I'm doing my Wednesday check-in and just talking to people that want to, hop on in and say whatever. It says, did I just walk in on you saying you're in Cali? No, what? Skylar, we have a lot in common. You're in Cali too? I think you're like a lost sister, like a long lost, like you're like a younger, like, are you my sister? Skylar, are you my sister? You're in Cali too? Shout out to California. California. Wow. Wow. I'm up north. I'm from Southern California, but right now I live up north. So I'm up there with the heat, okay? I'm up there with the heat. Northern California is no joke, okay? Southern California got the best weather. Skylar says we have to be sisters. I'm in the desert though. You in the desert part of Cali. So I think I know exactly where you are. Are you in the southern? Because when you say desert of California, then I think I know exactly where you are. So you must be like on the southern part, like Southern California. I'm up north. I'm in Northern California, but I'm from Southern California. But yes, we have to be sisters, Skylar, because we have so much in common. I kid you not. It's crazy how much we have in common. But cool, T, that makes me like you just that much because we're both from Cali. How you doing today, Skylar? How you doing though? Okay, so you're in my Wednesday check-in live, and you know how we get down in here. We just talk about how things been, how our week was, whether it's good or bad. I want to know, okay? I want to check in on everybody and know how everyone's doing, okay? Happy Mental Health Awareness Month. We all know if you have a mental illness, it is so hard to live your life. Okay, it's really hard when you're battling a mental illness, you're trying to go to therapy, you're trying to be a better version of yourself, and it can get hard. Why? Because life just throws you lemons, right? Life has all these curveballs, and it's just so hard. It's just so hard. But yeah, I do want to go live more. I want to interact. Skylar, if you're still in here, I think you are still in here. Skylar knows how bad I could not wait to go live, to interact with you all and things like that. And I'm still getting used to it. I kid you not, I'm still getting used to it. Skylar says, I'm doing good. I've been considering getting a new therapist. Okay, but I don't know. I'm giving her chances. Okay, and you know what? I remember you mentioning, I remember one of your videos, you talked about how your video was titled, because I'm one of your subscribers, Kyler, and I watch everything you upload. Okay. I'm one of your loyal subscribers, and you made a video in regards to your BPD. I mean, I hope you don't mind me saying that. I apologize, for saying that out, but it's the title of the video. But it was something about, um am I faking my BPD? And I remember this stuck out to me, what you mentioned in that video. You were saying how your therapists also don't see the symptoms. And I made a comment on that video because I pretty much comment on everything you upload. Okay. And you mentioned how, like, even the therapist, like your therapist don't even see symptoms of your BPD. And I remember saying things like, I mean, uh, BPD is not one of those things that you just see like that. Like, you just see it. You got to trigger us. And I say that all the time on my channel. It's triggered. You can't just, oh, I know, you can't just look at someone and be like, oh yeah, you got BPD. Yep, you got it. No, it don't work that way. And okay, so the whole point to that is when you said that, that kind of like low key, I had a split. I did, because I'm like, my therapist better not say anything like, well, I don't know if you even got BPD because I don't see the symptoms. That would piss me, that would make me feel some type of way. So for you to say that, I mean, I'm not sure if we're on, if let me know if you're talking about that therapist that you may change. But so the whole point, Skylar, is I'm actually glad that you're trying to maybe lean towards another therapist because we want to make sure that we have a therapist that really understands BPD and how we operate, how to work with us. Because a lot of therapists, they're still new to working with clients with this particular mental illness. Let's see here. Make sure I don't miss anybody. It says yes, exactly, exactly, Skylar. So, yeah, I'm actually kind of excited, to be honest, of of hearing that you're trying to maybe change a therapist. I've been through so many of them. The one that I have right now, because I also had a therapist change. I did. My new therapist change was, I believe, I don't even remember. My brain is so cooked. And so far, every therapist that I've had were very skillful with BPD, especially the one I had 2 years ago. Skylar, the one I had 2 years ago, my therapist actually had a BPD class. She taught DBT. My therapist was one of the what do you call them? Not counselors, the coordinators of the DBT class. So I was so grateful to have her because I had her as a therapist and I had her in DBT in my DBT group. So I was like, that's like more therapy for me. And then she says, oh, she gave me the news and I can't be your therapist anymore because I'm going to another department. And man, I was so crushed, Skylar. I was like, are you serious? I, because she was so skillful with people with BPD because she taught DBT. Ah, man. So yeah, that's awesome. Exactly. So, how do you even find a therapist that specializes in BPD? It's so hard. Good question. And you know what, Skylar? That depends on the clinic. It depends on the clinic, and typically we just don't know. Like if we need to change a therapist, you can. I would say this, you actually can make requests because my every time I was going to get a new therapist, right? They would tell me, do you want a man? Do you want a woman? How but they would ask me questions like, okay, we're gonna give you a new therapist, so let me know who you prefer. So like I said, it depends on the clinic. If you want to make sure, Skylar, that your new therapist is very skillful with BPD, advocate, advocate. Let them know I need a therapist who's skillful with this mental illness and know what they're talking about and can hear me out when I'm talking about what I'm going through. Just advocate so because I get the options to determine what type of therapist that I want. But typically for me, I don't really go for make sure that they know what they're doing with, I mean, make sure that they have experience with clients with BPD. I go, this is what I request, Skylar. Let me see. It says therapist breaks up. Yes, breakups suck. Okay, they do because especially if you have BPD because of the attachment, right? One of our splits is attachment. And hold on, I'm losing my thought. I was going to say something to you, Skylar. What the heck was I going to say? Because I was going to make a point about something. Okay, I'm gonna get back to that. Let me get back to the breakup of the therapist. Let me go back to this point. When I normally request like a therapist that I want, because of the BPD, I always aim for give me someone nice. That is always what I say. Every time I'm told you're gonna get a new therapist, who, let me know if you have a preference. I'm like, okay, a woman. I had a male therapist before. My psychiatrist is a male, and I'm shocked that I still have him as a psychiatrist because I want to be paired with women. Not to sound biased, but my psychiatrist, he's a male. I've been having him over 10 years. But anyways, I always say just I want them to be nice because I'm sensitive. I'm very sensitive and I will split. I will split on my therapist. I will. They have to be nice. But anyway, so going back to the therapist breakup, yeah, it's very hard, especially if you have BPD, therapist breakups, especially if you like them so much and then they give you this news like, "Oh, I got to go here." You just want to like you just like the world feels like it's ending like, "No. No. No." And then you get mad. You get low key mad. Like you're going to say things like, "Oh, okay, no, I understand." When deep down inside this is you. Ugh. No, how dare you? Like, how dare you? You Skylar knows. Skylar knows. It says, yes, one time they paired me with a man, and I was like, no thanks. Exactly. It's just no shade to the men therapists or the men psychiatrists, no shade to you guys, but it's awkward, it's kind of awkward when you want to share things and you're like, but you're a male though. And I think they're awkward too sometimes. I'm sure they're awkward too. But yeah, man. So that's pretty much what I aim for. But yes, Skylar, my advice to you is, if you are going to get another therapist and that's something that you know that, okay, I need another one. My advice to you is, always advocate for yourself. And yeah, and if you want a therapist that's like skillful with that mental illness, go for it. Ask. Let them know, like, hey, I need you guys to pair me with someone who's very skillful, like who has experience with this mental illness. I'm so sick of you guys pairing me with people that are not experienced with BPD, because BPD is something like a lot of people don't even, I have never even heard of it. I never even heard. I'm like, what the heck is BPD? I was misdiagnosed with bipolar. I don't know what the heck a BPD was, and not a lot of therapists or psychiatrists. Some of them are not experienced with BPD. Skylar, question: have you ever done EMR? EMDR? No, I've never actually heard of that, Skylar. Elaborate what that is. Because I mean, is it a group? I mean, I took almost any group you can think of. PHP, H, what's the other one? PHP, um, IHP, DBT, CBT. I mean, I took so many groups, so many groups. So Skylar says it's a therapy that has to do with looking at a light. That's moving back and forth, and it's supposed to bring back memories. What? That you can't remember due to trauma? Wow. I'm going to have to look more into that, Skylar. Interesting. Never heard of that. Never heard of that at all. And that's interesting too about, how people lose memories of trauma, because I've always said to myself, like, why can I not remember my childhood that much? You know how people can think about their birthday parties from when they're 3, even 2, or they can talk about things like, oh, I remember when I was this and I went to blah blah blah's house. I can't do it. My childhood memory is just a blur. Like, it's interesting. Skylar says, I heard of it on Instagram and my current therapist does it. So I've been considering it. Okay, so it sounds like the same. Sounds like you're the same, how your memory's just been a big blur because of trauma. Am I correct? Because the same thing. And from what I've learned, because we cannot, yeah, it says, yeah, she says, I'm the same way. I can't remember anything before like 9 years old. And what I was told was like, if that happens, it's because that's just our brain's way of protecting us. That's what it is. It's just our brain's way of protecting us. That's why we can't think of those terrible things and all the trauma and stuff like that. And it's like a big blur to us because that's just our brain's way of protecting us. It is. I can't think of even sometimes good moments. And that's because of my depression, I think. Good moments. My good moments are wiped away from depression. Okay? It's depression has definitely caused a lot of my like memory short, like even like short-term memory. I will forget like what I'm talking about, and a lot of that is just being depressed all the time, being tired all the time, not taking care of yourself. So it sucks that I've just like my half my life is like a big blur. Like, dang, I can't. And that's one reason why I'm so quiet when I talk to people. I'm so quiet because I can't. I can't recall certain things. I can't. I have a hard time. So I'm going to look more into that, what you just mentioned. Let me put that on my computer now. Let me put EM, because I wonder, it sounds interesting. And if you do that, Skylar, I cannot wait to hear, how it went. EMDR. Oh yeah, I see it right here. Okay, EMDR therapy. Okay, so this is AI. Skylar says, yes, my memory is so shy. It is. Like, I just, I mean, I can remember some stuff, but not into details. Like, and there's some things that I'm like, that's why I took a lot of pictures. I took a lot of pictures growing up. I have so much, I mean, stacks of pictures. I can just look, go back and look. If I didn't do that, if I did not take that many pictures back when I was like in a teen, like when I was a teen, even my teenage years would be a big blur. I took a lot of pictures. And yeah. So I see right here. So it says, yeah, eye movement, desensitization, and reprocessing. So that's what it stands for. An evidence-based psychotherapy designed to alleviate distress from traumatic memories. Yep, by using bilateral stimulation, typically guided eye movement while recalling disturbing events. Wow. I'm going to definitely put this on my bookmark. I mean, I love to research stuff. Like if I hear about something I've never heard of it, I don't care what it is, you guys. I'm going to research something. I love documentaries. I like how stuff started in the beginning. Like I'm not obsessed with documentaries, but I'm always like curious to how something came about. Like I love documentaries, man. Like I can watch a doc I can't talk, y'all. Documentary about ants. I'm like looking at stuff about ants. I love to learn new things, man. But yeah, thank you for letting me know about that, Skylar. I'm gonna definitely check that out. That sounds really interesting. I'm gonna lie, it does sound a little scary. It's a little scary. I'm like these eyes. I said this light thing ain't gonna make me go blind. I mean, I'm already blind enough, as you can see. I'm a four eye, so I'm like, this thing is not, these lights are not gonna make me see double. Is it? No. Let me not even fear you up because I got anxiety. I got that. See that? Don't mind me, Scott. That's my anxiety talking. Don't pay me no mind sometimes. Yeah. See, look, she said that's how scary, girl. I'm telling you. I'm like, hold on, y'all gonna be like this. I'm gonna be looking all cry like this, and I'm gonna be walking out of there bumping into the wall. I'm like, hold on now, y'all didn't tell me I was gonna lose my memory. I mean, my sight. I mean, not only did you bring my memory, but now I can't see. Oh, like, she doesn't go. I'm telling you, I'm a hot mess. I mean, I don't know, laugh. Exactly, girl. I'm telling you right now. I mean, that's the first thing I'm gonna. That's the first thing I'm gonna say when you come in. I'm gonna like, Skylar, you can see, you can still see, right? Watch. I'm like, they better don't play with my eyeballs. I'm already blind enough. Shoot, I got astigmatism. I'm blind as a bat, girl. I'm telling you right now, I'm blind as a bat. When I have to use the bathroom at night, I gotta use a flashlight. That's how blind I am. I can't walk through my bedroom in the dark. I have to have a flashlight. I'm like, man, I am blind, y'all. I am blind. Okay. And my left eye, I think that this happened when I was in school. I had an umbrella. So you know how the umbrellas, you push the button and the umbrellas eject, poof. Okay. So I don't know what grade I am in. I don't know what grade. Remember I told you my memory sucked. But y'all, I did that. I pushed the umbrella button too close to my face and bam to my left eye. Now, according to the eye doctor, I have like some kind of detached thing, like a retina, girl, I don't even know what it's called, but now my eyeball is like kind of detached a little bit. I'm like, okay, I think this is from my umbrella incident. I done whacked myself poof with an umbrella. Skylar says if I go to the movies without glasses, it's over. Won't be able to see anything. Skylar, you got me cracking up because that's what I did. I went to the movie. I wanted to request my I wanted a refund on my movie ticket. I said, "Oh no, I can't. I need a refund. I can't see Jack. I'm over here squinting. I can see anything." Oh my gosh, yeah, it's over. Going to the movie that had me cracking up. You ain't lying. These things stay on all the time, all the time. So I did contacts before, so I think I might go back to contacts. But yeah, I did the whole contact thing before. But yeah, Man, but yes, girl. Yes. Oh, other than that, Skylar, I'm glad you're in here because I thought I was gonna have another boring live. I'm like, man, I said, I wish my subscribers could just hop on in. So I'm so glad you hopped in. I'm like, please, I'll be another boring live. But other than that, Skylar, how else was your week? How else? My week, let me tell you, while in case you're typing right now, um, I haven't really shared how my week was. So for my week, so I've been talking about, depression, right? Depression and stuff like that. And remember that post that I made when I said, okay, you guys, I'm depressed right now and I'm not gonna be uploading, things like that. Remember that post I made on my channel? So yeah, I've been off work, Skylar, for almost a month. hmm Around the time when I was doing my DBT series thing, that was so hard to do. And you were one of my subscribers, so and yeah, so I just been off work, Skylar, this whole time. And I just now went back to work on the first. The first is a mental health awareness month, and plus my 1 year anniversary of my channel. And it's still eating me alive. The weight loss is insane. And so I guess you could say my week is going great because I'm finally back at work. And I'm just trying to work through it. Okay, I'm trying to work through my depression. Okay, I've been talking about my high functioning depression, and that's pretty much what's been keeping me afloat. High functioning depression. So it felt good going back to work. It did felt good going back to work. And but I don't know, man. I'm just still like, man, I'm just trying to figure it out. Like, I've come a long way with the depression so far, but I'm still trying to like figure it out. Skylar says, do you work a job where you're constantly having to talk to other people? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I don't work a job to where like a cubicle job where you're just like, how people like Walmart, let's say Walmart, forget cubicle, Walmart, if you're a or just any job that you stock stuff, and some jobs you can have your earphones in and all you're doing is stocking stuff. You don't have to talk to nobody. And like I say, yeah, even cubicle jobs. All you do is type on the computer. You don't have to talk to nobody. Yeah, I work a type of job to where if you're too quiet, something's up. You're gonna get talked to by the boss, or you're gonna be asked a million times, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And things like that. So yeah, I have a job to where communication, and yeah, it's really hard, man. My BPD is still managed. I made a video about how I've been managing my BPD, Skylar. So I don't even have anything wrong with my whole BPD. It's definitely still my depression. Um, what else? And my anxiety, I guess. I made a video on Monday about how I'm trying to desensitize myself from all the negativity in the world because I have generalized anxiety and I can't hear all that. That stuff is noisy to me. You know what I'm saying? That stuff is noisy to me. Skylar says, "Do you like it? I couldn't do it." I do like it because my type of career, I love my type of career. I love what I do. I really, 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 really do. I'm like one of those people that give 110 at what I do. I give 110. I do hate that it's a job that I have to, yeah, talk to people because I do want to be, because I thought I made a video and I thought I was an introvert. I thought I was an introvert. Okay. I thought I was those people that just didn't like talking to people. And I'm like, no, that's not what it is. I made a video like this on my channel. It's not that I'm an introvert. It's just, I don't like it's like, I just don't like you. That's kind of how I operate. And I'm very people sensitive. I can pick up on people's auras or energies. And if I don't like your energy or your aura, I want to be like this. So I kind of know what you mean by like, do you like it? In a sense, I don't, because my type of job, like it makes me talk when I don't want to. And this is why I don't take lunch breaks in the staff room. Or I don't take my lunch to my car because I'm like, I don't know. No, you're not gonna be talking to me. Um, but yes, so that's a highlight of my week is just the fact that I'm finally back at work. And because I had to do a CPR class too. That's one of the things I had to do a CPR class. Training, I should say a training, CPR training. And so yeah. And but hey, that's all we can do. It's just the best we can, right, Skylar? Like that's all we can do. Okay, well, I'm happy that you love your career. That's awesome. Exactly. That's all. That's what keeps me motivated too. It's just I have to focus on, what I give, to my job. That I have to keep that in mind. My purpose, right? The purpose. Because we can easily lose our purpose, especially you have like depression and stuff like that. We can easily lose our purpose. So yeah, I definitely for the most part. But lately I've been saying like I don't care. I don't care. My depression has made me not kind of be as bubbly. I've been very content lately. And a lot of my staff are like, okay, let's not bother her. Let's not bother her. um, because yeah, just haven't been in the mood to just really just be this outgoing, bubbly person. No. Okay. So let's see what else happened during my week. Mm, I think that's it. The highlight of my week is just pretty much going back to work. Yep. Well, yes, Skylar. So when are you going to I know you've been gone for a while from your channel. I think you kind of uploaded a few little shorts and you made me happy showing some Sims shorts, but do you have any chance of making any wonderful vlogs by chance? I miss your vlogs. I do. You gave me something to watch. I'm like, oh, she uploaded a vlog. Let me watch her vlog. Your little hauls. I watch your hauls where you show all this awesome food that you get from the store. I like that. And the books and stuff that you read. Which I need to do. I need to read some books. Okay. You inspired me to read books. I'm like, I need to read some books. Skylar says, I'm usually such a people pleaser. That's all I talk about on my channel almost is people pleasing. So I know, but recently I've been like, I don't want to smile or talk. I just won't. Exactly. And it's okay. It's okay. I've been hit up with so much. Are you okay? Are you okay? I've been asked that almost 1 million times, Skylar, because and that's why I was like, did you watch that video when I said I just don't care anymore? In that video, I was talking about how I don't care that people think something's wrong with me. I just don't. Depression, like I hate being depressed. I hate it. I hate depression. But when I'm depressed though, it gives me this, eh, like I don't smile often. That's what I've been giving. And they don't even ask me no more, am I okay? They're not used to seeing me with a face like stern, like serious, a face that's they're so used to seeing this all the time, smiling all the time, and people pleasing all the time. But I will say this, my people pleasing skills has gotten so much better. And I think I wanted to make that a live on Monday, but I don't know. I'm still trying to debate what topic I want to talk about Monday, but I've gotten so much better with the people pleasing thing. Sincerely, Skylar says, I want to. I think I've been splitting on my channel. Oh no, it's been completely honest, feeling so unmotivated. And you already know I'm not a stranger to that. I've self-sabotaged my channel so many times and I know exactly how you feel. I know exactly what you mean by just throwing your hands up with your channel. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna upload anything. But all that matters is all that really matters is that you're at least just thinking about the channel, right? That's what I was doing. When I gave up on my channel for a whole entire month, I was still thinking about it. I was like over it. I didn't want to upload anything. I didn't upload for a whole month. This was when I was still doing long form videos, but I was still thinking of my channel though. I was still thinking of it. I wanted to push record. Like, I gotta record something, talk about something. I'll come home and I'll be like, yes, I'm gonna record something. I'm gonna make a video. And then when I get home, I'm like, nah, I'm like, nah. Split, like a whole split thing. Like, who cares? Nobody's gonna care. Nobody's gonna watch your channel. Who cares? Like, who cares about Chrissy? Who is this girl? So I didn't want to upload. So I know exactly what you mean. And then even the little shorts that you make, Skylar, that's still something. Those little shorts that you make, even if it's like something that you're not talking, you're just, hey, you just, hey, cut the camera on and record yourself cutting vegetables. Hey, at least I uploaded something. And also take advantage of your community tab. If you're not feeling it, say, hey, everybody, I know I've been gone for a while, but do know I'm thinking of you all. Thank you for, still sticking around and supporting me and watching me when I do come back. But hey, I'm just blah, blah, blah. Or hey, it could be none of our business. You can just be like, hey, I'm going to upload when I upload. So do you think you kind of know why the cause of your of not being motivated to upload? Do you think you know what the cause could be by chance? But I know exactly how you feel with that. Like when you just, especially like I said, especially when you have a mental illness, juggling a mental illness, life, and a YouTube channel, and then vlogging. I know vlogging can be so hard because you have to, have the camera there. You're talking at the camera. You're trying to prep something. I can only imagine how hard that is. That's why my channel is kind of lazy. If you notice, my channel, I do not do a lot of editing. And I told myself I don't want to edit a lot. I want to do a one shot straight through video. I want to stand in my bathroom because that's where I was doing my videos. I want to stand in my bathroom, push record, and talk about something with little to minimum editing. So I'm sure it's so hard to vlog. Sincerely, Skyler. I think sometimes I get scared. Oh, that my exes are still following me. And I get so in my head. Like, what if they laughing at me? Or whatever. And it sends me into a spiral. Yes, 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 yes. I know exactly what you mean by that, especially if you have people that, like exes, for instance, like you say, my exes are probably following me. So, they obviously, they know your channel, right? Um, that can be awkward. That can be hard because it's like it holds you back from talking about what you really want to talk about. And if this is the case, like, okay, I'm just so scared because I don't want people, watching me. If this is the case, I highly recommend this. And you don't have to take this advice, Skylar. Start fresh. I mean, I know that you're like, but what about my subscribers? I'm going to lose my subscribers. Yeah, you're going to lose the subscribers. You got to start from ground zero. Only, but I was just start fresh. And whoever vibes with you, just let them know like, hey, what's your email? I don't mind giving, I have an email to my channel. And if that's something like, you know what, maybe I should start fresh. I will give you my email and let me know what your other channel is, and I'll be one of your first subscribers like that. And but and that's when like that's why I don't want to talk too personal on my channel. So I know what you mean. I don't want to go too deep with my channel too. Even though I'm in the mental health niche, I have to be careful what I talk about or who I talk about or who I may name. I don't like to talk about my job because what if they find my channel? What if when you become, especially if your channel becomes out there, you're getting the views, the subscribers are coming in, you're no longer going to be considered a small channel. See, right now, we're considered a small channel. But who knows? We might be having subscribers flooding in and subscribing. They like what they see, they rock with us, and you just don't know who's going to find your channel. So I know exactly what you mean. But it says yes, that's a good idea. I've been considering it. That's my, yeah, because if you got, especially your exes too, your exes. So I can highly understand why you wouldn't want to, do things the way you want to do, how you really want to do it. And I would just start from, like I said, I would just start from ground zero, name your channel something else. You can still keep Skylar in it, just keep trying to come up with some names. I use Chat GPT to even help me with my channel name. I'm like, how can I, that's why my channel name sounds kind of, I have to be like, Healing Speaks Chrissy. So, use like chat GBT or AI or something to come up with it. No, start fresh. And when you start from ground zero, it's a such amazing feeling. It's such an amazing feeling when you start over, when you start fresh. That's why some people be cutting their hair when they want to start over. They want to cut their hair and just start fresh. So, start fresh and you'll get those subscribers back. You sure will, because you have an amazing personality. That's why that's why I like to watch you. And how I found you is because I was searching for some raw, authentic DBT type stuff, and I found you, and I'm like, I can roll with her. I like her stuff, and I'm. You found me as a loyal subscriber, and like I said, I pretty much watch any and everything you upload. And and I started over, Skylar. So this was not my only channel. I had another YouTube channel. I was talking about hair. Okay. I was talking about hair, how to make your hair grow, washing my hair. I was doing that, Skylar, before I did mental health niche. I was in the hair niche, trying to teach women about, let's wear our natural hair. I was in that movement and getting subscribers slowly though. But I'm like, you know what? I can't keep talking about hair. I don't see myself talking about hair forever. No. I deleted that channel. I deleted that channel and I made this one. I started scratch. Mm-hmm. Oh, I love that. Oh, absolutely. Yes. The hair cutting. Uh-huh. Let's not talk about how many times I've cut my hair. See, so it's like a fresh start. When we cut our hair, that's just us saying, okay, no, I need a fresh start. I need to change. I need to change something about myself, like a renaissance, a rebirth. It's a rebirth for us. Now, I never cut my hair. I had my hair, my ends trimmed, and that's why I did my hair channel. I had my ends trimmed because my hair was so damaged, not from heat, not from perms. I never had a perm, never had that. It was damaged because I never had my ends trimmed. Never. So they cut like 6 inches of hair. Now, Skylar, my hair goes from past my, it goes past my, like bra scrap now. That's how when they cut my hair, it was way up here, Skylar. No, actually here, that's too high. When I went to the salon for the first time, that much. It went from here and they cut all this off. It was from my armpit. So I'm like, let me create a YouTube channel and let me document my hair journey. And hair journeys are it's been popular in the mid 2000s, the hair journey. So that was my channel. And then but now it's long now. My hair is long now. But anyways, but that's not the point. But I started over. So Skylar, that's my advice to you. Yes, that is a lot. And your hair has grown a lot too. I see your hair in your videos and you have this cute hairstyle, you're going on your date. I'm like, okay, Skylar, hair is long. But yeah, so I started over. I started over and look at me now at 60 something, I think, subscribers now. Um, but hey, start over. Definitely start over. And then that way, I'm telling you, when you start over and have that new channel name, you're going to log on to this channel, right? And you're going to look at that new channel name like, wow, this is a new beginning for me. Now I can express the way I want to. Now I can just talk about what I want to without feeling too scared. And it's going to be such an amazing feeling, Skylar. So just put some thought into it because I do miss your content so much. And it was relaxing for me, especially when you started getting, kind of deep with your mental illnesses and things like that. But do know I'm a supporter of you. I'm one of your loyal subscribers. And I rock with you, Skylar. I do. We have a lot in common. So I'm telling you, you're like my sister at this point. You're pretty much my sister, Skylar. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, I agree. Exactly. So just put some thought into it and then and then go for it. And once again, if you make that Sims channel, if you make that Sims channel, I need to know your Sims channel, okay? So and same, if I make my little I was thinking about making a Sims channel and just do my little gameplay. I have like another screen. I have like a dual monitor screen. So I have two monitors. So I was gonna record myself playing The Sims. I'm like, I'm gonna do another channel like that and do The Sims. And if that channel does well, I'm like, maybe I should say goodbye to Healing Speaks Chrissy. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm not gonna I don't want to ditch this channel for my Sims channel if I ever make a Sims channel. Do you have a Twitch? I don't. I don't even know. I don't have a Twitch. I think is this where the gamers go? Twitch. I don't have a Twitch, but I know that's where the gamers go. When they record their game stuff. And by the way, Skylar, your computer setup is so freaking cute. Your pink keyboard, I'm gonna see your game keyboard. My keyboard suck. I still have like my default keyboard. I do have like some kind of disco light. Like my whole entire computer desk can turn like different colors, but I was like, look at her mouse. Look at her gaming area. Her gaming area is so cute. Yeah, so see, I'm gonna have to check Twitch out. But yeah, I was just gonna record my gameplay. And then I already got the whole setup too. I have my whole how I plan to like it's hard to explain how I got things going. Thank you. It's kind of no, it's not childish. It makes my inner child happy. Inner child. See, now that I'm live, right? Now that I'm going live, you can actually see like, dang, Chrissy do got a little bubbly personality, which is something that you don't see in my long form videos. Skylar, at my big age, okay, I'm 40. I hit 40 on the 16th of April. And I make older adults kind of like I make them a little awkward, like, wow, can you tone it down? I'm very, very, I wouldn't say childish, but I'm very what's the word? What is the word? I'm young at heart. Let's say that. We're Skylar, we're young at heart. Okay. So when I saw that, I'm like, ooh, I don't act like most 40-year-olds, and I'm glad. Most 40-year-olds act like they're 70. Like they just want to go knit a sweater, okay? Go ahead, go on over there in the corner and go knit some sweaters, go knit a blanket, go ahead and patch up a quilt. But over here, like when I go to the park, you Skylar, that I'm on the slides. I'm jumping off swings. Yes, yes, I am. Yes, no, you don't give for I don't see. I can pass for somebody. I can pass for like younger than 40. I know, like especially if I put some like no makeup make me look old. I try to avoid makeup. Like yeah, I'm very young, like young at heart and stuff like that. So you can see my personality in the live and stuff like that. I try to be bubbly, you know. I know I have like a whole bunch of stuff going on, and I try to stay positive, right? Try to stay positive, because I know behind closed doors, Skylar, we're a hot mess, and it's okay. You know, it's okay to be a hot mess. What matters is as long as we just keep fighting. It's okay to cry, right? It's okay to cry. It's okay to, curse and swear and stuff like that. Throw things down, as long as we're not hurting ourselves or hurting other people, you know, we got to make sure that we just, that's why I talked about high functioning depression. A lot of people look at me like, what? You're depressed? No, no way you're depressed. I'm like, depression can look like like a lot of things. Even not even depression. Any like if you're having a mental illness and we're trying to, hide it because of the stigmas. I remember talking about the stigmas, how we just don't like to just tell people that we have a mental illness because of the stigmas that oh that mental illness equals you're crazy, things like that. And I try to stay positive. I try to stay positive. People tell me all the time there needs to be more people like you in the world. And I'm like, well, thank you. I take it as a compliment. But then again, I'm like, man, but I think I'm this bubbly because I'm hiding. I'm hiding. I talked about this, I talked about how I hide a lot of my emotions because I'm trying to just navigate through life as if there's nothing wrong with me. So I'm like extra nice. I'm a people pleaser. I'm trying to because I don't want to be like as if I don't want to be figured out. Like, oh no, if I'm too this, I'm too that, they're gonna figure me out. Oh no, oh no. That's kind of how I feel. That's kind of how I feel. So I hide it. Wow, I can't believe it's been already an hour. It's crazy. It's already an hour. I'm curious, what time is it for you right now, Skylar? And then, so yes, like what happens when they see the real? Exactly. What happens when they see the real you? And some people, when they see the real, like the other side, some people just can't handle it. They can't handle like for instance, when I was back in February, all depressed and stuff, when my depression first hit, they were like, oh, something's different. Something's off with her. And it's almost like they didn't like it because I was not being as warm. I didn't really want to talk. I was being to myself. I was Some people just when they see that side, they're like, "Nah, I'm not used to this side. I'm used to you being so warm. I'm used to you being this way." So and that's why I think I have to keep like it's like I'm performing for society. Oh my God, we're in the same time zone. I love it. That is what time it is for me too, Skylar. It's 8:03. Yes. Well, duh, you're in Cali. Why would I think isn't Yeah, I think it's time for me to go to bed. Why would I think you're in another time zone if you just told me you're in California? So of course you're gonna be in my time zone. Yes. That is so cool. Hi. Hi, bye. Awesome. Yeah, it's the same time for me, 8:03. Awesome. Well, yes, 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 yes. So yeah, we're in the same time zone. I forgot that we're in California. That's crazy. So it's one of those, duh, of course she's in your time zone. My family tells me that I'm mean, sometimes, and I'm like, I'm not mean. I'm just not being it bubbly. Exactly. And I said this as well on my channel. Like when we are not being what people want us to be, and we're trying to be how we want ourselves to be, they look at it as being mean. When you stop people pleasing, they're like, "Oh, okay, I see how it is. I can't stand that. Oh, okay. I see how that is. Well, you used to do it. You did it last week. Why you can't do it right now?" Stuff like that. They can't handle it. It's like they can't handle it. I'm like, "No, I'm doing this for me." And I like I said, I've gotten better though. I have gotten so much better with this whole people pleasing jazz. I have. I've been saying it's been like, okay, yes. And I've been telling people, oh, I'm sorry, I can't do that. Like, oh, can you work this day? Because I have a flexible job, by the way. I don't have like a job where it's like a mandatory clock in type thing. It's flexible. So they're like, oh, can you work Tuesday? I'm like, no, I can't do that. But before I used to be like, okay, I know I can't work Tuesday, but okay, I'll work Tuesday. Not anymore. I'm like, oh, I can't work Tuesday. Can you stay extra? Can you get off at this time? No, I can't get off at this time. Sorry, I can't. I have somewhere to go. I have to be somewhere after I get off work. I have to be somewhere. And it feels so good, Skylar. It feels so good when you're like advocating and you're respecting your boundaries and you're telling people, no, sorry, I can't. Exactly. Or people who never want you to grow past your old self. Like, yes, I did that years ago, but I'm not the person anymore. I'm not that person anymore. Exactly. Or what if you were never that person in the first place, right? Like, what if this was never me in the first place? And I told my therapist this. I told my therapist, what if I'm not really a nice person like this? What if this is not, because I told her this is like a suit. It's like I'm zipped up and it feels like I'm fake. I talked about this on my channel too. I feel like I'm fake. Like, what if this is not even really me? And I'm just doing this because of my BPD. I'm just doing this because of my anxiety or maybe because of my depression. Maybe that's why I'm doing this. Because I revealed another side of myself before and I talked about this on my channel. Exactly. Yes. Exactly. I talked about when I talked about it's the video that I titled Dark Tales, my dark tales, how I was on a 5150 hold and all that stuff. I revealed, Skylar, another side of myself. And I think that's one of the reasons why I'm just like it feels like I'm so freaking fake because I actually revealed a different side of me that scared me. They were like, okay, this girl needs to be locked up. And I'm like, what if and I told my therapist, what if that's really me? What if that's really me? Because my mental illness is, especially BPD, because a lot of us with BPD, we have, not all of us, identity crisis, especially because the way we gravitate towards we're like magnets. And whatever someone like, I remember I talked about favorite person, but I don't think I ever had a favorite person. I never assigned anybody to one, but I have had like a strong attachment to somebody. So what I would do is I will mold myself like a chameleon. I will like whatever they liked, knowing I don't like it. So I'm like, who am I? And when you do stuff like that, when you become codependent and you know you mold yourself and things like that, you can lose your identity. So this whole identity crisis thing, that's what I go through too. She's, oh, I need to watch that video. Yes, I haven't seen it. Yes, that is so interesting. Definitely, Skylar. You can definitely check that out. Highly recommend that you check that out. When people say, I love your personality, and it's like, I'm just mirroring you. Bingo, mirroring. That's what it is. I swear, Skylar, my energy matches with whoever I talk to. If they're angry, I'm angry too. I don't even, they could be like, and I could be like, because I'm just that sensitive. Like, let's say, and this is another BPD thing, it's a split. Let's say this person is upset. Someone that I really, really like, I'm attached to this person, but they're mad. They take their frustrations out on me, and then I get mad too. Like, wait a minute, was it me? Are you mad because of me? And they can say something like, no, 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 it's not you. But the split, the black and white, the split. Like, no, 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 no. You're upset. It has to be me. And then my energy, and then I match with them. I match it. It's crazy. I hate that. I really hate that. That's a split. And then it's I think I want to talk about that on one of my Mondays. But yes, it's like mirror. Yeah, yeah, I'm the same way. Exactly. Exactly. Like I'm very people sensitive, very observant. How people operate. I have to like observe how people operate because I know how I operate. And but yeah, that identity thing is crazy. Like, what is my personality? So definitely check that out. I can't believe I've been on here for an hour, but yeah, definitely check that out. I titled it The Dark Side Tales. Something like Dark Side Tales when I was on a 5150, and I talked about yeah, how I was on a 3-day hold one time. This was years ago. This was probably since 2013, I believe, 2013. And then I talked about my experience being on a hold, while you're in there, like what happens while you're in there. So yes, definitely. So I was a whole different person on that day. And it was actually around the time when I was first started getting my diagnosis too. Around that time when I was getting my diagnosis, and yeah, and I stepped into the mental health world and got diagnosed with all kind of things. Like I left my doctor clinic with so many diagnoses, and I didn't get my BPD diagnosed until 2016. I was bipolar, which was misdiagnosed. A lot of people with BPD get misdiagnosed with bipolar. And my therapist at the time was like, "No, that's not what it is. This is BPD." I said, "BP what? BP what?" And I did a lot of research, and I just went from there. So yes, definitely, Skylar. But yeah, I mean, hey, awesome. I'm so glad you was in this live and made it poppin'. Yeah, is there any other questions or anything? I don't want to hold us up. I know it's getting late for us. Anything that else you'd like to share, Skylar? And but once again, I do miss your content, before I wrap things up. And definitely take into consideration, the suggestions of just, changing your channel, starting fresh with a brand new channel. And like I said, I have no problems giving my email should be on my channel, I believe. But what I can simply do is just drop you my email on your one of your videos and stuff like that. So that way you can let me know. I really want to know what your new channel is so I can subscribe to it. But yes, Skylar, you're amazing. You're like I said, you're like my sister, to be honest. Yes, of course. Hopefully, I make the next one. Exactly. And like I said earlier with that other person who was in here, I'm just going to be randomly going live during the week or randomly going live on the weekend. So just, just join. I'm just going to be like, let's see who joins and just click live because I don't think I'd go live enough. Like every Mondays and Wednesdays don't feel like enough for me. So yeah, so if you just happen to see like, oh, Chrissy's live, pop on in and say hey, and drop those green hearts so I can acknowledge you, that you're in here, the whole little routine. And yes, let's exchange emails. Exactly. So like I said, I have my channel email. I don't mind just putting my email out there. I'm going to drop after I end this live, I'm going to drop it in one of your shorts. I'll drop it in there for you. And like I said, just email me whenever whenever you create that new channel. Okay. So because I miss watching you. I do. You're like you're my little sis. Okay, you my little what they call them, internet fam, or how people said my internet auntie. If you consider me an auntie, that's fine too. Like, no, Chris, you like an auntie to me. Hey, that's fine too. Like, you're like my yes. But yeah, I'm just gonna wrap it up now and let us continue our night. Skylar, be sure to I'm over here reading my bot. I'm like that's my little bot that I got going on. But okay. Yes, Skylar, you up? That sums up my let me do my outro. This is gonna be weird because I gotta edit all this. Like once my live ends, I can't edit. I don't know if you did live before, but yeah, I can't edit my lives until tomorrow. YouTube has to make sure everything is smooth and okay, and then I can edit it up. So let me do my outro. You can jump out of here if you like, Skylar. You have a wonderful night as well. You have a great night, and I hope to see you, on on my next live. Good night, Skylar. So okay, so if you did not make today's live, that's okay. Just make sure that you check in with me next Wednesday. Okay, I will be live again soon. So yes, be sure to drop in whenever you see that I'm live. Just always, visit my community tab now and hit notify me. That way you'll know when I'm live, whenever I'm live. So, and I will always make a post on Wednesday so that way you guys will know, when I plan to go live, and that way you can hit notify and make it to the next live. Okay, so once again, I thank everyone for joining my live and on today's Wednesday's check in. And I will see you all next week. Thank you so much.